Hello. Hello, welcome. This is Maniac Tim with Maniac Sports. And today I'd hope to have a couple people join me, but right now it's not going to happen. So, welcome to my show, Tim's Maniac Sports. And hope everybody is ready for the NFL season, week 3. Um, but hey, of course, we have up for the Detroit Lions will be going to visit the Minnesota Vikings at U.S. Bank Stadiums. Um, man, why does this always need to happen? We're going to just take a look at the injuries. Uh, the Lions have been riddled with injuries this year, and it's just unreal. You wonder what's going on. Why, if there's just something that they are doing that they're not doing right, or what. Uh, but we just, I'm just wondering what's going on there. Why there's so many injuries with the Lions. And let's go to the injury report here. All right, so we have John Comiskey, which we all know is out because of wrist. He had surgery on that already. Jonah Jackson is out because of finger. Uh, T.J. Hawkinson is questionable if he'll play. Aiden Hutchinson, he's also questionable. Well, T.J. had a uh, hip injury, and oh wow, and Aiden Hutchinson thigh injury, so he's questionable. Frank Ragnow, we know he's been dealing with that foot injury for the last couple weeks, and DeAndre Swift ankle questionable. So these are all top tier players for the Detroit Lions that some have been out. Some have, like Frank Ragnow, he was out last week too. It really didn't make it that much of a difference. But this Minnesota Vikings team is a better team than the Commanders, and plus we are at the Vikings home stadium, and their divisional rival. So these all need to be taken into consideration. And you look at Minnesota's injuries. It's Andrew Booth Jr. He's out. Quad. Harrison Smith. Now that's a big one. Safety, concussion. He's still on concussion protocol, so he's going to be out. And Eric Kinnick, questionable. So those are their big 3 injuries. Where we have like 5 injuries. It's really unreal how you see what's going on and the injuries that the Lions get compared to a lot of the other teams. But I still think they can come up with a win. I think they can pull together. Our coaching staff and our backups will be able to take it to the field and just go ahead and have a good game plan. Uh, our backups showed that they could do good even against, like, hey, what's up? What's up? What brings out the maniac in me? What brings out the maniac in me is all these damn injuries that the Lions are getting. Oh my God! But I think they can really win despite the injuries. Just go ahead and so what brings out the maniac and everybody else? I see I got 2 people watching. Anybody who wants to comment, please feel free to comment. But I just don't understand what's going on with the injuries. But hey, I know this is a collision sport. It is contact collision sport. So you're going to get injuries no matter what. But why so much injuries for the Lions? I just think somebody don't like us upstairs, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Minnesota, I think they're gonna. I think we do gotta watch the run a little bit more than. Uh, well, I think that Minnesota is gonna run uh, more than what they did last week against the Eagles because I think they see some holes that they may be able to go after. So I think their game plan is going to be more. They're going to try to run first and then also use their quarterbacks, their receivers and stuff to use the run to open up the pass. That's what I'm thinking we're going to see out of Minnesota. Okay. Already said that. Show that one. And how are you today? Tim slept good. Breakfast good. Oh yeah, yeah. Everything was good. Yes, I did sleep good, even though I did get a phone call early from a friend of mine. But other than that, I did sleep good. Hope everybody's doing fine today on this Saturday morning. I'll be. I can only do the show for about an hour today because I do need to go to work later today. Uh, Working on Saturdays. That's my life. Every other Saturday at least. But I hope everybody's doing good. Uh, I just hope that the Lions can go ahead and really bring out the maniac. I hope that despite the injuries, the Lions can still win. That they can pull together and I mean, I know I predicted a blowout, and one of the reasons I always predict a blowout is that Luke G from Luke G's Field Report, he says whenever I make a prediction that is so outrageous, the Lions seem to come up with a win. So please consider that whenever I make these predictions. I'm just hoping that the Lions come out on top. It's not always that I'm thinking they're going to win by 47 to uh, 14 or whatever. But I'm just, and of course, I want to see that type of win. I want to, because to me, a maniac beating is a beating that you go ahead and actually beat your opponent, turn them around, and spank them on the ass a couple more times. Excuse the language, sorry. The most, okay. Uh, Lions news. Mostly Lions fans believe Detroit has a top 10 offense. Detroit Free Press. Tim was there. Yeah, hey, but I do believe they have a top 10 offense. I believe they can, especially once it gets going, they can be even greater than top 10 if you look at it. I mean, and who knows? Once Jameson Williams is added to the mix, and once Shark is able to actually really perform like we know he's capable, and whenever TJ gets out of the slump, I know he got a hip injury right now, but once he gets out of his slump and starts catching the balls instead of dropping them, just think how much better this offense can perform compared to you know what it's been. Because I mean the offense has been good in what it's been. So once you get healthy and once the people that have been dropping the passes go ahead and start catching the passes, and if the running game can keep, because I mean our running game is just so so awesome right now. You know, over 4 yards before our our running backs are even being touched, which is really great because you get 4 yards right off the bat. Over like I think it's like 4.5 yards before our running backs are even touched. So that just goes to show on how our running coaches, running back coaches, really showing them what to do, and actually the scheme. I mean, the scheme that the Lions are using, they're not the predictable Lions like they used to be. They used to be so predictable. You used to be able to tell how they were lining up, whether it was going to be a run or a pass, by how the receivers were lining up. Now it's not that case. Now there's different looks. Now you don't know who's going to get the ball. You don't know if your receiver is going to get the ball like St. Brown. And St. Brown has been awesome this year. He's been awesome. He is the Lions' top receiver. Now, will he be able to be the Lions' top receiver in the years to come once Jamison Williams uh, is up to full strength? I'll, I'll tell you, with the speed Jamison Williams has, we will have to find out. DeAndre Swift has responded to the Lions challenge. Detroit refreshed him with, yeah. DeAndre Swift, man, he's just really, oh man, DeAndre Swift is there. He's balling out. He's really showed that he's that top echelon running back. He's that top, you know, he's been a good running back. He's gotten hurt and stuff like that. But now he's going to be the elite running back. He's trying to prove this year that he can go ahead and take it above and beyond being just a good running back to being an elite running back. And that's what he's trying to do. I mean, he got himself built up. He's still injured the ankle, but he's in the best physical condition that he has been ever since he's been on the Lions. So that really shows. And he's been performing. I mean, performing like he hasn't in other years. On the other hand, you have TJ Hawkinson. This is his last year. Of course, we got the option year, but this is his last year on his rookie deal. And he has not been performing like he should perform. So if he wants to get that big money, if he wants to really stay on the Lions, he's going to need to really perform. Now, I don't know, is he holding back partly because he's trying to save himself for later on in the year? Because I remember I remember hearing during preseason how him and Dan were talking, and they need him in crunch time later on in the year and stuff like that. He needs to be healthy because there's been a lot of times, well, every year he's been hurt, and it's been more, where we haven't had him in the later years. So is the play that we're getting from him partly because he's trying to hold back to save himself for the later, to be here later when we get closer to the playoffs, when we need him to help us win in the playoffs. Now, myself, I think he needs to be here all the time. I think he needs to play 100% all the time in order to do that. So that's what I think. Three free. Okay, Grandizer trial. 3 free agents who could help the Lions immediately. Sidelines report. Tim was there. Yeah, we need free agents, and right now we're building a team where free agents will want to come. Will want, because being competitive and also going for wins. So the better the Lions can play this year, the more we will attract free agents next year, and we won't need to overpay. Because unfortunately, that's been a problem. In order to get free agents to come to a bad team, you have to overpay because you got to make up with money and what you don't have in prestige. So that's, but I mean, if we could get some free agents in here this year to help out, that'd be awesome. And I know if golf goes down, we will need a different free agents. We will need a different quarterback because we don't have that replacement for Goff on the team long term if Jared Goff were to go down. Because I'm sorry, I don't have faith in our backups because they showed me absolutely nothing. And even Nate. So, oh boy. But, uh, now I did want to take a look at some of the other games in the NFL. I'm not going to really do too much analyzing, but I'm just going to go through. Now, as far as Thursday night game, we know the Browns beat the Steelers. The Browns handled the Steelers very, very easily. I mean, wasn't even a game. Ah, but I got to consider actually the game of the week is on tomorrow, and this is going to be a matchup that we're going to see. It's going to test two undefeated teams. And this is going to be the Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins. My goodness. You got two red hot teams ready to play. You got Josh Allen and Tua, along with all the other compliments. And this is an AFC matchup for actually the crown of the AFC. I mean, this is not going to decide who wins or loses the AFC ultimately, but I mean, that's just going to be, to me, has got to be the game of the week, even though it's on at 1 o'clock. Then you also have the Bengals. They'll go visit the Jets, Raiders at the Titans, Saints at the Panthers, Ra- uh, Ravens at the Patriots. Of course, we got the Lions at the Vikings. Eagles go demolish the Commanders. That'd be kind of funny if the Commanders found a way to beat the Eagles. I would love to see that. All right, Chiefs Chiefs and the Colts. That should be a good game too. Uh, Texans host the Bears. We'll get to see what the Texans will see if the Bears can really show up against the Texans. I think that's going to be their first real test at home. Jaguars at the Chargers. Rams face the Cardinals. Uh, Rams have been kind of iffy this year, and we'll see what the Cardinals will do. Green Bay's at the Buccaneers. Go Bucks! Falcons face the Seahawks. And 49ers at the Broncos. That ought to be a good game. Cowboys at the Giants. All right. There we go. That's around the NFL for week 3. Which Detroit Lions position group has impressed the most thus far? Pride of Detroit. And Tim was there. Now, I need to say, as far as the most impressive position group, I need to say the offensive line that has really had really impressed me the most so far because hey, they stepped up even with injuries. Uh, you also got to look at second place would be the way the receivers and the offensive group has really uh, been able to score. been able to be potent. The potency, and also if they start to go back to, you know, they didn't shoot themselves in the foot like they did in previous years where they'll go ahead and get a lead, they'll go ahead and take the foot off the gas pedal, and they're not be able to put the foot back on the gas pedal. They were able to go ahead and score again after they were uh, starting to lose that lead. So I'll need to say that. Detroit Lions news. Detroit Lions 2003 NFL Draft Watch. 5 prospect to watch. Week 4 Detroit Lions Free Press. Yeah, I will read the article and find out more because yeah, we definitely are building through the draft, and there's still areas that we need. We need some linebacker help like crazy. That's what we need for sure. Let's go Lions. Let's go Lions. Pump up the pride. Pump up the pride. Roar! Bring out the roar. Bring out the roar. Get rid of the snore. Sorry, I do got a little cold right now. Or actually, it's more allergies. But we got to, the Lions are in the process of rebuilding the roar. They're in the process of defending the den. And they're also in the process of taking the roar on the road. And let's just hope they can go ahead and open up a can of whip ass. I gotta watch for it. Open up a can of kick butt right on this week on the Minnesota Vikings. Is the Vikings historically the Vikings have been a race that comes and raids and blinders and stuff like that. But now it's time that the Lions go ahead and bite off some kneecaps or whatever else they need to bite up in order to win the game. That's for sure. All right. Restore the roar. Defend the den. Go Lions. Definitely. Yep, definitely. All those things. And also, get the killer instinct. That's what we're talking about too. They need the killer instincts. Once you have your opponent down, you don't let them up. You go ahead and go for the kill. You're the king of the jungle. They're on your field. Even if they're on their field, make it your field. Be in command. Forward down the field. A changing team that will not yield. Okay, that's good for the singing. And when the blue and silver waves stand and cheer, the brave, rah, 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 go hard, win the game. Exactly. And it's hard to even say that right now. My nose is stuffed up. With honor, you will keep your fame down the field. Gain a Lions victory. Go Lions! Amen. Definitely. Let's go Lions. Let's breathe on the hurt. And let's razzle and dazzle with Rod St. Brown. Let's go ahead and let's give the ball to Swift. Hopefully his ankle is good enough and to go ahead and cut and just go ahead and get touchdowns like crazy. One thing I don't want to see this week, unless it's in the Lions' hands, I don't want to see where the Lions need a touchdown or a field goal to win at the end of the game. I want to see the game decided by the Lions strongly before the last plays of the game, the last drive of the game. I want to see that. I want to see the Lions in control. I want to see the Vikings not. I want to see Kirk Cousins shaking the hand with his new best friend, the field of U.S. Bank Stadium. I want to see him doing push-ups every time he gets sacked by Aiden Hutchinson and company. I want to see pressure. I want to see interceptions where where you go ahead and pick up pick off Kirk Cousins. I want to see him rattled, uncomfortable. I also want to see where you shut down the running backs. Dalvin Cook, shut him down, stop him. I want to see a hard defensive stand. But definitely picks. I want to see some strip sacks. I want to see that ball knocked out of the running back's hands. I want to see turnovers that are brought on. I want to see the Lions force some turnovers from the Vikings. Just get that ball away. And then I want to see them actually score in those turnovers. I mean, this is what I want to see, a hard fought game. A game that is not necessarily a knuckle biter, but or I want to see the Lions roast the Vikings. That's what I want to see. Cowards take hostages. Yeah, I don't want to really see the hostages. I just want to go ahead and uh, I just want to go ahead and um, dominate. That's what I want. I want this to be. But we'll bring out the maniac me if the Lions can win by 2 scores. That will bring out the maniac me. And if the Lions have the lead the whole game, if the Lions go ahead and control the game the whole time throughout all 4 quarters. I don't care. Yeah, but yeah, I do get that. I do get that deal about because actually the true Vikings used to take hostages like crazy. All right, I don't think it's nice you laugh. I don't think it's nice you laugh. You see my mouth, my mute. Don't like people laughing. He gets the crazy idea you're laughing at him. Okay? But actually I wanna laugh at the Vikings. Sorry. Not really sorry, but I wanna definitely laugh at the Vikings. Thinking they can beat the Lions. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, boy. But let's the way the Lions need to win is keep doing what they've been doing, actually, and do some of the things that they have lacked on better. I mean, as far as don't the people that players that have dropped the passes, don't drop the passes. You know, I want to see Hawk have a big day, Hawkinson. I want to see. I want now. Hey, if he plays, I know he's questionable, but actually, I want to see him out there. All right, I want to see him playing. You know, I want to see. I want to see him showing why why he was picked number 8 overall those few years ago. So this is what I want to see. I also want to see well, Jeff Okuda. He's been balling out. That's for sure. Jeff Okuda has been balling out. So let's just hope that he can do it. All right. Hawks a logo. Yep. Yep. But let's bring out the roar. Tim, will you live after work tonight or tomorrow morning? Probably tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'm gonna be live tomorrow morning. After work might be kind of hard, but it's probably gonna be. I'll probably do a pregame tomorrow morning, uh, like around 11. I If things are all right, I might try to do something. I might try to do an impromptu when I get home tonight. After work, it's yes. I gotta leave here by 1 p.m. in order to get to work. Yeah, it is. It is overtime today. Mandatory overtime. Basically, where I work is we work at least every other Saturday for overtime, but it's mandatory. If they could figure out a way to have us work every Saturday, they would, because that's the way my plant is. But and we used to do it. I haven't decided if I'll be watching it with Jeremy B. I haven't committed to that yet. Uh, if I don't, I will be watching it with. I might even live stream it a little bit myself if I'm not on his channel. I will definitely be on Lions Nation Unite's chat. Uh, I really want to interact there. Um, but I plan on having a pregame and maybe a postgame show. Uh, Whatever happens. Of course, I won't do anything. If I do a postgame show, it will be right after the game, more or less. It won't be. It won't be like at 8 o'clock or anything because, of course, we have Lions on the Prowl has theirs at 8 o'clock. So, but I haven't really talked to Jeremy about watching it or actually doing commentating it with him this week yet. So, man, my sinuses are acting up. I hate that. So, are you going to be watching the Dolphins game? And how do you think the Dolphins will do against the Bills this week? It's at Miami, of course. Yeah, I know my game is the same time as the Dolphins. Okay, cool. But I can. What you need is two TV screens, right? Watch one on the TV, one on the computer. I predicted a week ago the score 23-23. Oh, you're predicting a tie, huh? Wow. And that's for the Dolphins game that you're predicting to tie, right? 23-23. Oh, so the game you guys get on CBS is Kansas City versus Indy on Fox. I can't recall. Okay. Damn. Kansas City. I think Kansas City should be able to beat Indy for sure. So it's going to be Mahomes against Mayfield. Wow. Yeah. Kansas City should be able to beat Indy. That's for damn sure. All right. Any other matchups that you really see in the NFL? A tie is better than getting destroyed, like Miami has gotten destroyed the last 3 years. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true, but a win, a win against the Bills. But hey, you got the Bills. Definitely are trying to prove themselves and go to that the Super Bowl. So we know Josh Allen really wants the Super Bowl along with the Bills, the rest of the team. They came close last year, but fell short, of course. Didn't even make it to the championship game, but thanks to Patrick Mahomes. But for sure, a tie is better than getting killed. But will they be able to actually hand the Bills their first loss? That would be something for sure. Okay. No. All right. No, whatever comes on TV here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you got to. Whatever comes on TV. Yeah. Because unless you got like Direct TV or something like that, Sunday Ticket, you gotta watch what they will give you. I know the feeling. The Cardinals play the Rams, so I will watch that. Yeah, that is. I think that's going to be a good game. Rams have a lot to prove yet. Cardinals, you know, they're that ought to be a great game for sure. See Kyler Murray against Matthew Stafford. Wow. Okay, do you remember Sidney Lewis lamb chop? Yes, I do. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay. Uh man, do we think that the and Rams and the Cardinals? I'm just gonna say the Cardinals are gonna win that one. I'm not sure. I am not sure, but I do think the Cardinals are gonna win that one. I I mean yeah, and to me is hey, I like Matthew Stafford and stuff like that, but I'm not a Rams fan. Uh, I'm glad Matthew got a Super Bowl. He was, you know, he decided to move on from Detroit. If he was my quarterback in Detroit, I would probably be rooting for him to win still, but I'm not gonna root for him too much to lose. I mean, the only reason I kind of want the Rams to do bad is for the draft choice on, you know, the better draft choice the Lions would get if the Rams lose more. Yeah, I heard the Cards will be healthy for the game. The Rams are banged up. That's for sure. Even the, even Matthew Stafford is banged up. He's been finding injuries. But yeah, it's also whoever wants more too. But uh, I think the I think the Cardinals should be able to take it. That's for sure. But it's actually not for sure until after the game. But it's what I think is for sure. Shoot. Let's see. Uh, who are the other games? I know. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm looking something. Hmm. Week 4. All right. I I think the Buccaneers should be able to beat the Packers. That would be great. Okay. Yeah, I think I heard the Cardinals were. Yeah, I already read that one. Tim, did you have fun yesterday at Free for Our Friday? Thanks for the. Oh yeah, I had fun. I had fun. It was great. Yeah, and I already roared once on this show, but I will. And of course, I did dedicate that roar to you. I didn't say your name, but I said it was by request. I think it shocked everybody there. But here's a roar right now. Second one for today. Yeah, I think I'm free for our Friday. They thought that I was on something yesterday. Yeah. I just hope one goat tomorrow can beat the other goat too, and I hope that Tom Brady can beat Aaron Rodgers' team. Of course, that's the Buccaneers winning over the Green Bay Packers. Anytime Green Bay loses is a celebration time for me. Okay, yeah. It shocked everyone yesterday. They didn't expect it, lol. Yeah, I know. That's a. Shoot. Yeah, you can only shock them once. Hey, it woke everybody up for sure. That's for sure. Oh, man. Of course, they might have expected that I got to talk to them to start listening to this show more too. Then they would expect it more. It was fun. It was fun to do it though. It definitely was. Uh, but yeah, I think the Bucks can take the pack. Uh, Tennessee. No, it's the Texans that uh, play the Bears. Is at Chicago. Oh, Chicago needs another loss. I know Val don't like that. Kurt just broke out laughing. Marco Mike just turned his head like, "What's happening?" to his audio. Oh God, the element of surprise, shock and awe. Oh, yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, it really did. The look on Micro Mike's face. Oh boy, that was great. Uh, oh boy. Uh, yeah, Mike likes playing with a little soundbite buttons too. But I gave him a soundbite to add to his button. Okay. Michael Mike thought his audio was broken. uh, yeah. Val was like, all right. Then. Yeah, and I did that right at the beginning of the show. Hey, Val is Queen of the Roar. She should have joined you. Yeah, it would have been great. It would have been great. Shoot. But I think she was kind of like too surprised. Yeah, man, that was funny as hell. Oh boy. Yeah, they were. Yeah, and of course I wasn't there early, but they were talking about some of the stuff that Michael Mike was doing. He must still been getting ready or something when before the show. You rose the energy on yesterday's show over by 100% positively fan. Yeah, yeah. Hey, oh man, I am positive about my Lions. Oh man, they just got to do that on the field tomorrow. They got to go ahead and ball out. They got to go ahead and just release the maniac. They got to just go ahead and open up a can of whip butt on the Vikings butts because they just got to go ahead and slap their horns. You know how the Vikings had the horns? Just go ahead and rip those horns right off their helmets. Just rip them. Just. Because what I want is the Lions to be the real king of the NFL. And first, you got to be the king of the NFL, NFC North. Exactly. Exactly. If you release the maniac, you release the beast, what else can you expect? Don't want to be Mr. Humble and boy, you got to ball up and you just gotta go ahead and bring it to them. And you got to roar and go roar. Bring it deep down and just heck when you go ahead and tackle somebody. I mean, usually it's like aggression. It's not, hey, how you doing? You go ahead and you play with aggression. This is not net serve. This is not volleyball. This is not this is football. Hard pounding. This isn't touch football. This isn't flag football. This is hard pounding football. Hey, football was made for maniacs. By maniacs. To be viewed by maniacs. I mean, we needed something to replace the stuff that they used to have in the Colosseum, as far as in Rome. This is our form of games. If you look at it, if you look at the way the stadiums are all built, shoot, that's why it's bone crushing. It's not always made for the weak or the meek. I mean, look what happened to Joe Theismann. I mean, horrible injury, compound fracture. Also, another one that had a compound fracture with Gary Danielson from the Detroit Lions way back when. This is a sport of smash mouth, smash mouth machine, smash mouth collision sport. A sport that you just don't go ahead and when you're in contact with somebody, it's like two immovable forces facing each other, going and colliding. It's not a sport that's you're down, you're down. No, it's okay. Maybe I'm going off the rails a bit, but yeah, this is a sport that is made for pounding, made for pain. It's got if you're not in pain after the game, at least in somewhat, if you're not sore after the game, then you're probably a kicker because they don't have much body contact. No, but then you're not been through a football game because just about every position on that game, you get thrown to the ground or is throwing somebody to the ground. All right. Well, so I am looking forward to Sunday's game. I'm probably going to try to have a I'm going to try to have a pregame show. Maybe it might be even 10:30 tomorrow in the morning. Oh hell yeah, I like that. Yeah, I even shared it. Yeah, I'm glad you shared it. But yeah, definitely, I like that. Mhm. Yeah, and so anybody else who sees this will know. Yeah, Dan Campbell, ah man, and he definitely knows how to treat his players, and he definitely knows how to motivate his players. Okay, yeah, if you can, that would be great. And like I said, I'm not sure if I can do something tonight. It all depends on how things go. I might go ahead and come on, do a small show or a show after work. If I do that, will be probably 12:30 around that range if I can get it done. Tim, did any of the Vikings contact you? Uh, reach out to you? No, I did not see unless I'm looking at the wrong place, but I have not seen anybody contact me because I would have really liked to have collaborate with them. I know. I'm gonna go ahead and out. I might be bringing somebody else on. Uh, just one sec here. I need to go bear with me. Okay. I'm trying to get another guest on here. Uh, I just got a notification. He said he was ready. I just seen it, but I don't see him on here. I told him to pop in. Uh, I wish you would just popped it because I could have viewed them if I was seeing them. Oh shoot! Of course, he said he's ready halfway through the show. Uh, I don't know if I will have him or not. If he shows up, I will keep the show going a little bit longer, but I don't. It's another guy that I work with, but he Facebooked me and said that he was ready, but I did not see. I mean, I sent him a link way beforehand. This would have been his first time. Name is Rashawn. He's a Raiders fan actually, but he's supposed to be part of the maintenance squad, but it's just been hard trying to get him to come on. Okay, this would have reached you reach out and via Twitter. Yeah, I have. I mean, I checked Twitter. I didn't get any notifications from anybody. Baby boo. Okay. I'm looking at my phone now too. All right. All right. Raiders. Yeah, I checked my Twitter. I did not see anybody that reached out at all as far as. All right. But I don't see him on. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't think Rashawn's gonna come on though. I did Facebook him back and told him to pop on, and he did. It looks like he's off there now. So I don't. Sorry for the interruptions. Just trying to. I'm trying to make this the best show that we can. But I have checked my Twitter. I have checked my Facebook. I check my Twitter every day. Yeah, but okay, so hopefully we'll be able to get uh hopefully I'll be able to have him on my pre-show tomorrow. I'll talk to him again at work and see what's going on with him. I I don't know. I might need to go over to meet with him and see why he's having trouble popping in because there should be. I sent him a link. He downloaded everything. I don't know if I just ain't. And as far as for Twitter, I don't know if I just ain't looking in the right place, but I'm not getting any. I look under messages, I look under notifications, but I do not get anything saying about from any content creators as far as for collaborating. So, but of course, this is Maniac Sports. Uh, well, the question for everybody is what brings out the maniac in you? Uh, I did ask one person at work this the other day, and he had a good answer for me. He said he loves a close game. Um, he said that's what brings it out. He likes it. He likes the games to go ahead. It's an excitement factor that you don't know who wins until the last tick off the clock is. You know, that's what he likes. He does not celebrate blowouts. He's a maintenance guy from where I work. Uh, hopefully sometime, well, I don't see him too much, but hopefully sometime I'll be able to have him on the show too because he is also an avid Lion fan. Really, really. But he works in a different area than I do. So way across the planet. So I just happened to see him 2 days ago, and so I asked him what brings out the maniac, and yeah, man, right away he says a close game. A lot of times I ask people what brings out the maniac in you, and they're like, huh? But so, but I think that I am going to pretty much. I do gotta get ready for work. I was going to try to keep this going a little bit longer just in case for Sean were to come in, but I know he's getting ready for work too. Uh, but let's see what's going to go on and goal lines, one pride. Uh, hopefully they can field a team with all the injuries. The Lions will be able to field a team. I think they'll be able to control the game. Control that line of scrimmage is the best thing that we got. Also, go ahead and just put pressure on Cousins, stop their run game, uh, control their passing game as much as we can. Don't and also another key to the game is we just cannot expect them to play, to have the same scheme that they had against the Eagles. We can't expect the Vikings to use the same offensive scheme as they had against the Eagles because the Eagles are a very different team, and they're gonna do some changes. They're gonna do some because they know they got it wrong against the Eagles. So they'll make some changes. So we gotta be ready for those changes. We gotta be ready. Have our personnel just ready to stop that run too. Uh, Stop them going. Not only handling their primary receiver, but handling their secondary receivers too, because we got to realize they might just use their primary receiver as a decoy to go ahead and so their game plan is going to be a lot different. And like I say, is that it's one of the things is that they know us so well, we know them so well. So because being divisional rivals, we both want the same thing. We both want to be the top of the NFC North, and this is the only interdivisional game this week between the two teams. The first interdivisional game for the Lions, however, and we also got to look at too. It's more important for us to win this game because we're better. No, but because we need. This is our first divisional game, so uh, Vikings already beat the Pack at home. Pack isn't what they used to be. Okay, all right. Pack isn't what they used to be without Adams. All right. So, but we got to beat them. We got to show them we want it more than they want it. We want it more than they want it. That's for sure. So, all right. Well, in saying that, I'm gonna end this for today. Because there are some things I want to get started before work. Uh, Go Lions, one pride. Uh, Go Detroit Lions on the prowl. Go Maniac Sports for sure. Uh, let's build a foundation. Anybody who's out there, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share this show with people. Make sure you tell people that there's a crazy maniac that roars a lot on the YouTube. Uh, let's help get this show up. I also want to thank Grand Dizer 12 for all the comments, for all the help, for all the suggestions that he has made. Also, it's really, really, really appreciated. I want to yeah, and we do got to protect the den. And even if it's just roaring them right out of the den, that was a little short one. Let's just protect the den. But we gotta make our den bigger by adding US Bank Stadium to it. Let's go Lions. Go. Get pumped up. One pride. One pride. Detroit. One pride Lions. All right. In saying that, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you guys. I just tried to kill my phone. But let's go. See y'all I will be back tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. for pregame. Anybody who wants to watch, join in, or whatever, as well appreciated. Thanked anybody for listening. See, I've had one on Twitch. Thank you for listening on Twitch. Um, Thank you for listening on, of course, YouTube and also Maniac Sports Room. Grandizer 12 says, have a great day, Tim, at work. Have a great day at work. Thank you. I do appreciate it, and those are always needed. Okay, so in saying that, I'm closing out this. Go Lions. One pride.